That reminds me of like a spiral galaxy, but it is what? A cool buck chandelier. A cool buck chandelier, but what does it look like underneath? Spiral galaxy. Or something like, even like maybe like a synapse or neuron, I don't know. Brain cell, you know. It smells like steak out here. I'm gonna read from the Tao of Pooh Bear, but it's the Tao of Pooh. There goes the sun. Oh, wow. Can you see the orange sun dropping down behind the trees? You can see it like so. I can see the whole thing, but you can't. It's huge. Very cool. Zoom in on that. It's hot orange. Hot orange and hot pink. It reminds me of like early 90s, like hot pink, hot orange, hot green like color. That's what it reminded me of. Hot orange and hot pink mixed together. Okay. Let me get my stuff together. Oh my God. I'm very official. Okay. So I'm going to sit right here and lean my phone up against this tree. Ooh, on the tree root too. Soak up some of that knowledge of the tree roots. All right. I wish you would, like, I have to sit way far back. I wanted to keep the back, but it won't. Let me skip, maybe if I get scoot back really far and read really loud. No, not gonna do it. Well, gosh, never mind. Just scoot back up. So you're sitting on a tree root of a very sappy, dripping sap pine tree. Soak up that energy. Look. Playing with the prismatic spectrum. Okay. So tonight we're gonna read. Oh, I'm gonna finish my cards I was doing because my husband wanted me to go in just to watch, just so he could watch him. I don't watch television, and so he basically wanted me to go in to watch him watch Yellowstone, and I don't want to watch television. So I'd rather be outside. Just remember when you were a little kid and you wanted to be outside until even after it dark, even like in the summertime. That's cool. You would like, it would be dark. We'd play out, me and my childhood friends, we'd play, oh, the most fun was at dark, at nighttime. We'd go out on four-wheelers. It's confirmation right there. That was the most fun. We'd play chase with our four-wheelers. We had the best childhood. And so, I don't know, like, so I'm like that again. Like, I'm not interested in television. Like, I want to be outside. It's like summertime as a child. You want to be outside until you, even at dark, it's fun. You want to be outside. I don't want to be in front of a TV. I used to be a TV junkie. Trust me. I have my share of TV. Okay. So I'm going to finish reading these. Because I selected these. So I'm going to finish reading them. Can you hear me? I should scoot up. Okay, so now maybe people can hear me better. There's a robin. The frequency of the cicadas can be very healing and activate. Well, I don't know if they can be healing. Yeah, they can be healing. Yeah, they can be healing to your cells, but I think they're more about activation of like I think they have the more. Let me just ask. What frequency do cicadas activate? I heard healing in the body, healing in the cells on the cellular level, and I also heard healing the superficial wound. I don't know what that means. That whatever that means to you. I don't know what that means. It doesn't mean anything to me. What else? The mind's eye. Joints. You having joint problems? I do. I have a sacroiliac joint dysfunction in my SI joint in my hip. Man, it hurts sometimes. Okay. This right here. This says science, not spiritual info. Science, not spiritual info. Light body is conceptual, crystallizing the molecular structure of the physical body, where are piezoelectric crystals. Where are piezoelectric crystals found in the body? I don't know. Let me think about that. I know they're found some on the pineal gland. I don't know where else. They do not produce visible light. They can produce infrared or electric current-like sparks that heal, repair bone and nerve regeneration, monitor vital signs in wearable shockwave devices, power implants. Wow. Okay. Focus on the 5th house. CafeAstrology.com has free natal charts. Embrace your inner child. Oh. It just rolled off. Oh my God, I don't have my shoes off. I know better. Nissan 14. I have no idea what this is. Somebody remember, I always say I will. I forget to research my own research. If anybody finds out what this is, let me know. Obviously, I want to know. I wrote it down. Nissan 14. The Star of Bethlehem and low Earth. The Star of Bethlehem and low Earth orbit. I learned this from an engineer on YouTube named Stuart Burgess. Research this. The Star, Stuart Burgess, YouTube. I have a cousin named by last name. What's up, Jessica? So this and that, something just resonated in me whenever I said that name, Stuart Burgess. So remember that. So screenshot this and look it up. The Star of Bethlehem and low Earth orbit. Stuart Burgess, YouTube engineer. Research. Sometimes when I write things like that are very like intuitive, very like almost channeled messages, or I've heard someone else has said it, and I'm trying to get I'm so engrossed in what I'm learning that I can't stop to write it down. My handwriting can be so bad that I can barely read it. This is one of those, but I'm going to try to read it. I've got dissolving in soft white light of the gods. Soft white light of the gods. Do not be frightened. Bright light, blue light of the wisdom. This is a state about ignorance. Soft white light of the gods. Do not be frightened. Blue light of the wisdom is a state about ignorance. I know that bright white light, like a beam, like that looks like it either shoots down on the floor and comes back up and shoots out your head. That's the opposite of ignorance. Okay, so this makes sense now. Let me rewind. Now I realize, because I have all these arrows, and now I realize what I wrote. Soft white light of the gods, and the phrase, do not be frightened, do not be afraid. This is a state about ignorance. That is true. And then I've got blue light of the wisdom dissolving into rainbow light. I've got bright light, blue light, bright light, like bright white light, blue light of the wisdom dissolving into rainbow light. That's way up there. Soft white light of the gods, and the do not be frightened is a state about ignorance. Second day circle of deities invite you to hell. Second day circle of deities invite you to hell. And then it says, listen without disposition. Take it for what you will. One in every 4 trees in America, one in every 4 trees were American chestnut 150 years ago. Time, nature, and fungus killed off the American chestnut tree. Listen to those cicadas. Quantum Hermetica. Highway 238 Arkansas. Highway 238 West Arkansas. Turn left in 9 miles to the town of Light. I'm from Arkansas. I was born in Germany, but I was raised in Arkansas, and now I live in Missouri. Animals crossing your path are bringing you medicine. Google the animals you've seen or thought of. Researching this, you will find the medicine. To change your life, change your belief concepts. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. I know it from experience because I've lived it. I'm living proof of it. My life was shit. I'm not even gonna lie. I was very unhappy. I was very dissatisfied with my life. I was very much, I felt like I was in hell. It was horrible. And I Googled how to change your life. And it said to change your life, change your belief concepts. And I gave it a real go, and I stayed self-disciplined to it for 2 years, no matter how hard it got. And I worked with everything I had. And I wouldn't give up. And I changed my belief concepts, and my life changed. It's a fact. And I'm very happy now. To change your life, change your belief concepts. Dance. This is my Denny Thompson card. What's up, Denny? Rest in power, Denny. Because I was talking about, I was listening to I listened to powwow music all day today. And I danced. One of my friends passed away. One of me and my husband's friends, who we cared about deeply. He was just, you know, there's not too many people in this world who I can say genuinely love me as a friend. And he did. And so that makes it special to me. And he was very much into like, you know, like native and like indigenous, like tribal stuff, and he would carve stuff out of wood like it, and we shared that in common. And I think we were the only ones in our whole little group that shared that in common. And so we would always swap stuff about it, you know, get so real excited about that kind of stuff. And whenever I heard that he had passed away, I was shocked, because he was just at our house, like, I mean, within probably within a day or more, you know. We just seen him come and ate supper with me. And when I heard he passed away, I went outside and I turned on this wolf spirit circle dance. You can find like the music on YouTube, and I danced like tribal. I danced like powwow. Me and my dog was like on his little toy, like going crazy and like walking around on it, and we danced, and I danced for him to honor him. And as I was dancing, a lightning storm came up. No rain, lightning. Dancing is honors. Dancing heals. Dance. This is very important. Even if you don't think, if you've been told it all, look, I have no rhythm. My husband tells me all the time. My husband's he's a great dancer. I am not. And so because of that, and I know that, like, I was always embarrassed or scared to dance. When I started to quit doing that, and I just started dancing in my own house, in my living room. First I started dancing when I would listen to worship music, because I was very much into church, and I noticed a difference there. And then now I just dance. When I'm vibing, I just dance. I don't care how it looks. I'll dance around my living room, and you can feel the spirit come down. Like, people so much talk, they think like there's the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Like, one of them is the gift of evidence of speaking in tongues. I have that gift. It's called Xenoglossy, Xeneglossy. I can speak in foreign languages, but I have no way of knowing. It's just something I developed in my spiritual ascension after I kind of got out of church. But if I wouldn't have had that church experience and that gift of evidence of speaking in tongues, I never would have been able to go into the next. You see, like a sine wave, we move. And so I think that people, and it's been a great gift to me. It's been a great gift to me for me to help me understand things more. But I think people, like, you know, they think of gifts. They don't understand that dancing can be such a gift. You don't have to get up and move. Like, people want to, when they're hurting, you want to get down on your knees and you want to pray, and you know, people go to the altar and they pray, and that's very sacred too. Or people want to understand, you know, I went to Pentecostal churches, you know, so this gift of evidence and speaking in tongues it's a sacred gift, and it is divine. But I don't think people understand how much breakthrough can happen in your life from simply obeying the Holy Spirit and letting your body stand up and letting your legs take a couple steps and walk up to the altar. That right there, because that's scary. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do it unless you're just somebody who's gotten over that. It's scary, even for people who have been in that atmosphere their whole lives. You just don't want to be in front of everybody like that. Nobody does, especially if you've really got something going on. You just don't. Nobody wants their trouble on stage. But if you will get up and you will not care, and you will just act like you're the only one there, and you will start to dance. Just dance. And you don't have to look good. I'm telling you, I don't have no rhythm. I'm not a good dancer, but let the Spirit move your body instead of moving your mouth, or moving your mind, or moving your heart. If you will let it move your body, I'm telling you, there is healing in there that is miraculous for your body, for your mind. There's breakthrough there. Did I emphasize it enough? I don't think I did. Healing. I mean, I had a friend who was very sick for a couple years. I danced for her every day. Do you know where I got this from? Where I realized this from? I was always going through trials for decades. For decades, I suffered a great tragedy at a very young age, and it changed me. And I couldn't live past it, even though life kept going. I somehow was always just stuck in it, and I was only happy when I was with my children. And when they would go to school, I'd have anxiety attacks. I was codependent on them to function. And one day, my children went to go live with my sons went to go live with my mom and dad when they were young men. And my dad taught them how to be men, which I'm so thankful for. But my mom called me one day, and I don't know why. I was depressed. I suffered from depression. I just suffered from a lot of trials and depression, and I just never could get past it. My mom was on the phone with me, and my mom said, "Nikki, listen to me. I want you to do this." She said, "You know what I've noticed about your child?" I'm talking about my son Zane, my youngest son Zane. She said, "Every day he turns on the radio, he listens to music, and he dances." I said, "Oh yeah, Zane loves music. He's done that his whole life. He's done that since he was a baby." I always kept a radio in the kitchen, and he danced by himself. He was doing it for hours. She said, "You know, he's a very happy child. I've noticed that." And I said, "So Nikki, why don't you just get up and turn music on every day, and I want you to dance, and so you can get out of this rut you're in." And I listened to my mother. I took that to heart, and I'm telling you all this right now from this one little word that said dance. It's important. It can change your life. Do not be afraid to dance. No, you do it when nobody's looking. Do it when you go to, because look, I'm one of those people that can't dance too. Didn't want to dance in front of people, but I don't care now. I've got some boldness about me now. I don't care who laughs. But I would be embarrassed if my husband would make fun of me, he was just joking. He wasn't like making me mean or nothing, I can't dance. So, but it stopped me from wanting to even do it in my privacy myself, Don't let it stop you. Don't dance. It can change things. Let the spirit move your body. Let it move your hands in hand dancing. Let the spirit move your body. You don't have to know how. When you let the spirit let go and surrender and let the spirit move through you. Okay. Bring forth your inner calm. I've already read that. Did I get done? I did. And the last card was bring forth your inner calm. Very cool. I'm going to split this up because people have lives. I understand that. So I'm going to split this up. And I'm going to do... Hold on. I'm going to do one card from here for you. For those listening to me, if you're still listening, if you're still with me, if you still hung with me, this is for you. For those on my frequency, I don't want no random stragglers. Yeah. Some weirdos or something, For those on my frequency, you are invited. For those on my frequency. This cards for you. Cards for me and you. Pen, paper, create with me, write, sketch. If you're my friend or family and you listen to me, you don't have to sit here and stare at me. Get a pen and paper out and write and sketch and do your own thing as I'm in the background talking. Let it be an activation. Blank. I gotta get a gel pen so I can fill these out. Step through. The passage. You are being cleansed and purified within areas of your life that have been frozen like a block. The polarity is reversing and the wheels are now beginning to turn over like an engine starting. Icebergs flipping over. Look. research and watch videos or diagrams of what an actual engine looks like as it's turning over and starting. Like, do that. Ask a mechanic. Look up videos of an iceberg flipping over. Old icebergs flipping over. Okay. That breeze feels like fantastic. And I'm just going to split the deck and get one from here. This is from the Labyrinth, from the movie The Labyrinth with David Bowie. Look up a David Bowie song. Look up the song The Man Who Sold the World by Nirvana's cover of The Man Who Sold the World. That's a David Bowie song. Alright, I'm going to split the deck for those who be listening. I heard roll 3, but I don't know what that means. Maybe I should let 3 come out. I've never heard that before. I don't know. Sometimes people have the gift of to look up the clair gifts. I think there are 9. There may be more. One of them has to do with cooking. You can be gifted in clairvoyantly in, I forgot what it's called, but I have a lot of clairsentience. It's operating off of feeling. I have friends that are very clairaudient and can hear. I don't have that so much, but claircognizance. I have that. Clairaudience, no, I don't have it so much. But I have some friends who are like way super on with that. I have one actually. What's up, Felicia? Roll 3, I don't know. For those of you listening. I'm not supposed to take that. I know I'm not. Trust your intuition. I'm supposed to be softer. I wanted to see the sky. One card. Oh, one card. What flips out, or what rolls out? Maybe, since I said roll 3. What rolls out? That didn't roll out. Roll out. Roll out. Isn't that a song? I'm also going to be doing a video after this where I'm going to be reading from the Tao of Pooh. I might have said that in the beginning, but I never got around to it because I talk too much. I don't talk too much. I go where it's being guided. But I'm going to split it up because people have lives. I'm sorry it's taking this long, actually. Hear that bird? I'm going to let that roll because they turned over. Oh, one fell out behind it. Okay, perfect. First, before I read these, I'm going to read this. It's the intro to this book because I think it's important. It's an introduction. This Jim Henson did the Jim Henson was made the Labyrinth, and I love Jim Henson. You know, like Kermit the Frog, Jim Henson, that's the song message that will go along with this. Is Kermit the Frog, and that the lovers, the dreamers, and me. I don't know how it goes, but Willie Nelson does a cover of it that's beautiful. Lots of people do covers of it that are beautiful, but Jim Henson wrote it from Kermit the Frog. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. The Rainbow Connection. The Rainbow Connection is the okay, I don't have to read this now. That's why I just had to get that out. The Rainbow Connection song is the song message that goes along with this. You can look at any cover version you want, or you can watch Kermit the Frog sing it. Either way, you'll get it. Ah, the King of Poles, the High Priestess, and the, I don't know what this is. I think this is this Four of Junk, I think is what it's called, because I've never seen that movie. I've never seen the movie. I just simply wanted it because I love Jim Henson. And it said Jim Henson on it. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta have this. I've never even seen the movie. Has anybody seen that movie? I've never seen it. It was an 80s movie. Okay, the King of Poles. Or, King of Pots. The King of Pots. The King of Pots. Let me find it. This is definitely a sacred divine message. I feel it. Sometimes I'm just on here just rambling. But this is something special, so know that. The King of Poles. Oh, the King of Pots. He's made out of a pot. Hold on, I forgot the wrong thing. Pots. The King of Pots. The King of Pots. Which is this card. The King of Pots represents a person as steadfast and dependable as Malicios, the helpful, harmless, hollow-bodied creature who serves as the goblin's army post-battle trash receptacle. This card represents a benevolent figure whose greatest strength lies in his emotional stability. This card represents a benevolent figure whose greatest strength lies in his emotional stability. That reminded me of one of my children. It reminded me of me. Did it to speak to you? Greatest strength reminds me of his emotional stability. All right, now we're going to read the High Priestess. The High Priestess. The High Priestess. This is the card for the High Priestess. Isn't that funny? The High Priestess. The High Priestess represents someone as mysterious and respected and powerful as the goblin Ziddy. That must be Ziddy. Who carries fearsome magical elements in her handbag. The High Priestess represents a perceptive, intuitive figure who trusts her instincts implicitly. The High Priestess represents a perceptive, intuitive figure who trusts her instincts implicitly, for they're never wrong. This card advises you to pay close attention to any gut feelings that arise, because there may be more going on than meets the eye. True that. 4 of whatever that is. I don't know what it is. Of junk. The 4 of junk. The 4 of junk advises you to set yourself up for lasting material success by building solid foundations and conserving your resources. Being smart about your finances and investments now will go on to create long-term stability. Okay, that's cool. Listen to the cicadas. Check that out. That's cool. I brought this as a bookmarker, but since I have it, and I'm gonna start out protection. I'm going to read this quote. This is a quote by Pablo Escobar, who you've been told is like, whatever, a bad man. That's That's what I mean, and I don't know. I mean, I've never met him, but these are his words, and whenever and this is a word that he gave in one of his speeches, and he said it with passion. And I remember, I didn't know he was speaking in another language. You know, I didn't understand what he was saying, but there was something about it when I watched it that made me go, you're telling the truth. I wrote it down. It's a quote by Pablo Escobar Gaviria. Pablo Escobar Gaviria. This is what he said in his speech. This is the night for renewal. This is the night for renewal. Because we will not allow any of our list to be contaminated by rotten politicians and backward and incompetent elements. Be a rebel. What's that song by Portugal the Man? There goes the kitty cat. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Come here, baby. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Come here, baby. She's gone. I've never seen a cat here, ever. There's many dogs up here, but never have I seen a cat. Solid orange. It looked a lot like Mac, my daughter's cat. Wow. Hey, Mac. Mac's spirit cat just ran by me. No shit. Okay, but it was a real cat. Oh, Portugal the Man. Be a rebel. Woohoo, I'm a rebel just for kicks, yeah. I've been feeling it since 1966, yeah. Dun, 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 but I feel it still. Feel it still. By Portugal the Man. The band is called Portugal the Man. The song is called Feel It Still. Feel It Still. F-E-E-L. Feel It Still. That's the message song that goes along with this. Also, I'm going to get my other flip-flop. Hold on. Also, the other song that goes along with this. So we got Portugal the Man, Feel It Still, and the song Rainbow Connection. Those are the song messages that go along with this, if you're here with me. The movie message that goes along with this, because I like to drop movie messages, is Awakenings. It's an old movie with Robin Williams and Robert De Niro. Robin Williams, Robert De Niro, Awakenings. That's the movie message. And the animal totem is the wolf. White and black. The wolf. And cats. Because an orange cat just ran by here. Calico, orange and gray. Love y'all.